What's happened? I'm really very sorry. I hope I didn't lose some of you for this. I had a conference and I thought I could come back home in 10, 15 minutes. And it took ages. It was all blocked. The traffic was so bad. I'm really very, very sorry. Sorry.
Don't worry.
Sorry again. Anyway, so here we are. Now, first of all, you need to sign the presents, I suppose. So let's go and find the link. Okay, documents, forms. What day is it today? The 16th of February. 16th of February. Let me see where the 16th of February is. I hope somebody didn't go away, tired of waiting for me. Can you tell the other, I'm here now, maybe? I've posted an audio message on Viber, but, oh, here it is, 16th of February. So.
Come on.
Okay, so here's, I can't hear you at the moment. Why can't you hear me? Hello, hello, everybody. Hello, Daniela. I'm very sorry I'm so late. Really sorry again. I can't believe it took so long to come here.
Well,
anyway,
it can happen. Don't feel so sad.
We can go on a quarter of an hour later if you want to.
Oh, it's not a problem.
I hope somebody didn't go away in the meantime.
Yeah, but don't feel worried. It happened.
Sorry again. So now, right, so this is a link to sign your presents. And what would you like to do today? I have corrected some of your words, and I have found a couple of mistakes, especially on punctuation, which are common to all of you. So I wanted to tell you, to make you notice them, so that maybe next time you don't do it again. Now, they are, I mean, it's only punctuation. They are not very serious mistakes, but nevertheless, if you make them, if you write them in the correct way, it's always better, isn't it? So let's start with the comma. The comma, what does comma mean?
Virgola.
Virgola, exactly. The comma is used after an introductory element, and nobody ever writes it. For example, in the meantime, comma, however, comma, moreover, comma, then comma. Okay, when there's an introductory element, you need the comma behind it, after it. And nobody ever writes it. So please pay attention. It's not a very serious mistake, but if you repeat it maybe 2 or 3 times, it's annoying, if you know what I mean. I mean, for the examiners, of course, not for me. Then the comma is used to separate items in a series. For example, he bought bread, comma, ham, comma, and sausages. Now you do this first part correct because it's the same as in Italian, but in Italian, if there's an and, you don't put the comma here. Yes. On the contrary, in English, you have to divide all the items, including the last one. So he bought bread, comma, ham, comma, and sausages. I often went to ski in the mountains, to cycle in the plains, or to swim in the lake. Okay, before or, we need a comma because this is a different item, if you know what I mean. And then this is the same as in Italian, but nevertheless, many of you do not write it correctly as well. When you add extra information in a secondary, with a secondary sentence, you must put the secondary sentence in between commas. My mother, comma, who was a very practical woman, comma, didn't accept it. Okay?
Yes.
On the contrary, never ever use the comma between the subject and the main verb. Sometimes when it's a long subject, people tend to put a comma. No, no comma between the subject and the verb. The man at the door told her without a comma. This is wrong because there shouldn't be any comma in between the subject, the man at the door, and the verb, told her. Okay? Do you want me to tell you, to tell it to you in Italian? I've talking for hours. I had a conference on the Scaligeri, on the Scala family. And when I finished, you know, questions and questions, and I looked at the watch and said, oh, I have to go. And then it was so crowded, sorry again. Comunque, riassumendo in italiano, questi sono errori che ho notato spesso nei vostri scritti. La virgola va sempre messa dopo l'introduzione della frase. Per esempio, nel frattempo, virgola, però, virgola, inoltre, virgola, poi, virgola, questo nessuno lo mette mai perché in italiano non si mette, ma in inglese invece è obbligatorio. Poi si usa per separare i vari oggetti di una serie e questo in generale lo fate giusto, ma l'ultimo elemento, quello introdotto dal and, da e, in italiano non va la virgola, invece in inglese ci va. Quindi lui ha comprato pane, virgola, prosciutto, virgola, e salsicce. Ok? Andavo spesso a sciare in montagna, virgola, in bicicletta sulle pianure, virgola, o a nuotare sul lago. Prima di o, virgola. Ok? E poi la virgola è usata per aggiungere delle informazioni extra quando per esempio mettete una secondaria del tipo mia madre, che era una donna molto pratica, non l'ha accettato. Non so perché mi è venuta in mente questa frase, ma non importa. Quel che è una donna molto pratica è una frase secondaria e quindi va messa tra virgole. Questo è lo stesso anche in italiano, ma nonostante ciò molti sbagliano comunque. Invece non c'è mai per nessun motivo da mettere la virgola tra il soggetto e il verbo, anche se il soggetto è un soggetto lungo. Invece molti di voi tendono a fare, per esempio, l'uomo alla porta, virgola, le disse. No, non ci va la virgola, ok? Ok. Colon. Cosa sono i colon?
2 punti.
2 punti. Bravissima Gwendalina, i 2 punti.
Scusa, ci sono anch'io anche se non c'è la mia faccia.
Ok, ciao Elisabetta, welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, the colons are used to introduce a specific example or explanation. For example, colon, we have a problem, colon, she cannot read Russian. Abbiamo un problema. Lei non sa leggere russo, ok? Qual è il problema? Spiegazione, 2 punti, lei non sa leggere russo. Or to introduce a list. For example, there are 3 reasons for this. You're too young, too smart, and too busy to start doing this. Okay, so before a list, you need the colon. Or to introduce a quote. He shouted, colon, stop doing this. Even if in American English, they often write the comma instead of the colon. So you can use both. He shouted colon, stop doing this, or he shouted comma, stop doing this. Both systems are correct. Never ever use it after a title. Okay, no need for any punctuation after a title. See, colon is a title. No need for a full stop or a colon or whatever. Comma is a title, so no need for a full stop or a colon or whatever. English punctuation, that's a title. No need for a full stop or a comma, okay? In the titles, you don't need any punctuation mark. Quindi i due punti invece si usano quando si deve fare un esempio, due punti, per esempio, per presentare un elenco. Ci sono tre motivi per questo, due punti. Motivo 1, motivo 2, motivo 3. Per riportare un discorso. Lui disse due punti. Ok? Anche se gli americani al posto dei due punti a volte usano, anzi spesso usano la virgola, quindi tutti e due i sistemi vanno bene. Non si usano mai due punti dopo un titolo. E infine, semicolon. What are the semicolons?
Punto e virgola.
Punto e virgola, well done. To show a connection between two sentences, complete and independent sentences. For example, I know she's ill. Nobody told me though. Okay, these are two complete sentences. I know she's ill. Nobody told me, but they are connected. Ok, lo so che è ammalata, anche se nessuno me l'ha detto. So, semicolon. Or in lists, when the sentences, with sentences which already contain a comma. For example, we went to 4 different cities. Santa Fe, comma, which is in New Mexico. In this case, if you put a comma again, there are too many commas. A reader can't understand what you mean. So instead of a comma, the items are separated by semicolon. We went to 4 different cities. Santa Fe, comma, which is in New Mexico, semicolon. Denver, comma, Colorado, semicolon. Las Vegas, comma, Nevada, semicolon. And Los Angeles, comma, California. Okay, in this case, instead of the comma, you put the semicolon because there are already commas inside the items. And if you put commas also to divide the items, you know, it's too confusing. And finally, another very common mistake, not very serious again, but again, better not doing it, the ellipsis marks. They have 3 dots, not 4 or 5 or 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, these are very common mistakes which I noted in your writings. And even if they're not very serious, you will not fail because of this, but nevertheless, it all contributes, you know, and so better pay attention to them.
Sorry, Maria Pia. I was writing and I didn't understand what means ellipsis marks. Sorry.
I segni di quando si quando si lascia di sospensione.
Sospensione, ok,
Quando si
puntini.
lascia in sospensione in una frase,
puntini.
sono 3 punti, non 4, 5, 6. A volte uno
Yes.
fa a caso, sono 3, non sono né 2 né 4, 3. Come vi dicevo, non sono errori molto gravi, non è che verrete bocciati per questo. Però alla fine tutto contribuisce per far vedere che sapete bene l'inglese. Quindi alla fine sono stupidaggini, perché non abituarci a fare nel modo giusto, insomma, ok?
Ma anche in italiano sono 3 puntini.
Sono 3, esatto, ma io sai quante volte ricevo writings, mettono un tot di puntini a caso.
Vero.
Ma io ai miei bambini dico che segno un errore ogni puntino in più, quindi loro si sono abituati a farne 3.
Ecco, esatto, sono 3. Oppure appunto i semicolon li mettono a caso. Proprio la gente li mette a caso. Invece vanno appunto quando ci sono 2 frasi indipendenti che però devono essere collegate. Per esempio, so che lei è malata, anche se nessuno me l'ha detto. Ok? Oppure quando si vuole fare una lista, però all'interno degli oggetti della lista ci sono già delle virgole, allora mettere la virgola diventa un caos. Allora in quel caso al posto della virgola, punto e virgola, ok? Sì, questi sono gli errori più comuni che ho notato, ecco. Poi the other ones, what is it? Punctuation marks, exclamation mark, question mark, whatever it is, brackets, square brackets, quotation marks, and so on. You use them correctly, no problems, because it's the same as in Italy. So no difference, nobody makes mistakes about that. But these ones, everybody write them wrong. So I said, let's tell them. Because I know it's not very, very serious, but you know, it's always better knowing it. So che non è molto grave, però insomma è sempre meglio sapere. Ok? Right. So, what would you like to do today?
What do you want?
Sorry?
What do you want?
Okay. Shall we try for the last time the speaking part and the writing part? 2 of you do the speaking part while the other ones do the writing part, and then vice versa. And then from next time, we will talk about either the reading or the listening, because they are also very, important to know how they work. It's also important to know how they work, because they're not easy either. In the meantime, though, if you want to practice, I have put some possible readings in the shared Google document, whose link I gave you. If you go on the shared Google documents, when there is the book and the readings and so on, there are a series of readings, examples of real reading part of the exam. So same level, same, organization and so on. So if you want to practice, you can do that in the meantime. But for today, let's do for the last time the speaking part and the writing part. And then we'll take, we'll talk about the reading and the listening parts, if it's okay for you. Or I can give you a couple of suggestions about the reading or the listening, if you prefer. I don't know. You tell me what you want to do.
So for me, it's okay. I can start with the writing part.
Okay. Mariangela, what do you think?
No, it's the same for me.
Okay.
Me too.
Gwendalina, Elisabetta,
Okay.
Sue, Sabrina, is that okay?
Okay.
Okay. Maybe if you start with the listenings by yourselves, I might give you a quick tip to help you understand better. Then I will make the whole explanation how it all works next time. But if you want to practice in the meantime, the tip which I can give you is English is a very rhythmic language. There's a fixed rhythm, and the rhythm always, how can I say, accentuates the important word. So when I speak, I make the words longer or shorter so that the accent always falls on the important words. For example, a sentence like, okay. For example, where did you go? I haven't seen you for ages. You're right? Okay. In these sentences, where is basic, because otherwise you don't understand. Did is important because it's the past. You is important because it's the subject. And go, it's important because it's the verb. So the sentence is, where did you go? Where did you go?
Yeah.
Second sentence, haven't seen you for ages. Haven't seen is important. Haven't is not very important. You, but it's already, you know, understandable from the other sentence. And ages, long time. Okay, so haven't seen you for ages. Seen ages. You're right. Are you, it's not even necessary. So you're right. Are you is very, very much contracted. Right? You're right.
You are right.
Okay, so where did you go? Haven't seen you for ages. You're right. Okay, so this are you is not important because you can reconstruct the sentence with the important word, which is all right. I haven't is not very important because you can reconstruct the sentence with the seen and ages. On the contrary, here all the words are important. So you have to pronounce clearly all of them. Where did you go? I haven't seen you for ages. You're right. Okay.
Sorry. The interrogativa. Are you all right? You say you are right. I understand well.
You're right, basically, you and right. But even you in this case is not very important because it can be understood from the other sentences. But yes, here the basic words would be you and right.
Okay, so you are right.
You're right.
Okay.
You're right. You're right sarebbe fondamentalmente quello che loro
Perfetto,
dicono.
senza interrogativa, diciamo, senza quella che pensiamo, cioè che siamo abituati a costruire.
Senza
no?
are, sì,
Yes.
rimane sottinteso.
Ok.
Quando loro parlano veloci, ovviamente se fanno un dettato così, dicono
Formalmente.
Parlando, you're right,
Okay.
you're right, fondamentalmente you're right. Okay, so when you listen to somebody speaking, don't expect to understand every single or even to hear every single word because they do not pronounce every single word. What you have to do is to concentrate and catch the how can I say the main words where the rhythm falls, the words where the rhythm falls, because when you catch the basic words, you can reconstruct mentally the entire sentence. If you want to catch every single word, you will never make it because they simply do not say every single word. So it's impossible to catch something they do not say. And when they say it, they do it so quickly that, you know, you lose, how can I say, you stay back, you don't keep pace, if you know what I mean. Non state al tempo. Ok, quindi when you listen to somebody speaking, don't try and understand every single word, but only the words with the accent. If you understand the words with the accent, you will reconstruct the entire sentence. Okay, and this is only a matter of practice. Practice, practice, practice. At first, it's difficult because it's different from Italian. But once you're used to it, it's very easy, very easy. The important words are the words where the accent falls. So catch those and you will understand everything. Okay, so it's only a matter of practice. Ciao Luciana, sto facendo lezione però. Ok, ciao ciao, ciao ciao. Ok, sorry. Mariangela, oddio, Mariangela non c'è. Poverina, mi ha lasciato un messaggio.
No, ci sono da un pezzo, sono arrivata.
Ah, sei tu, scusa, ok. No, ho visto adesso, ho detto, oddio, poverino. No, perché mi dispiace così tanto che vi ho fatto aspettare, guarda, scusate di nuovo, scusate davvero.
Non riuscivo a sentire, sono uscita, poi sono rientrata.
Ok, no, ma ero io in ritardo, in realtà ero io in ritardo.
Don't worry.
Okay, so this is a tip if you want to start with the listening exercises. But as I told you, next time I will tell you all about the listening part, or maybe the reading part. We will decide it together. Would you prefer the listening or the reading? Maybe the listening before, because it's more difficult.
Listening, yes.
I think it's more difficult. So
listening,
next time we will start with the listening part. And but if you want to try some listenings before in advance, this is the tip, very useful tip.
Okay.
But of course, at first it's difficult, but then you will get used to it and everything will become very easy. Dopo un po' vi abituate a notare solo le parole, ricostruire mentalmente e verrà facile capire tutto. All'inizio, no, because the mistake Italian people do is to try and understand every single word.
Yes.
And they simply don't say every single word. So it's impossible to understand them if you apply this, how can I say, way of listening. Okay, so now, who wants to do the speaking part with me? Chi vuole fare la speaking part? And the other ones can try, let's see, what? Let's see a title. Let's look for a title. If you go to Write and Improve, which is a free website, by Cambridge. They give you many ideas of possible titles and so on, very similar to those you will be asked to do in the exam. Oh, here it is. And if you post your reply, you're also given a report with the possible mistakes and so on. But of course, if you prepare to send it to me, I will be very happy to correct it for you and send it back. No problems at all. Maybe it's better if you send it to me, because in this way I can correct,
explain,
tell you, why this is a mistake, But of course, do whatever you want to. Oh my God. So let's take an example, an email. an email, because that's compulsory, mandatory. You have to do that. The second part is a choice between a story or an article, usually a story or an article, but the email is compulsory. So let's start with the email.
Yeah.
Email. Okay. No emails here. No emails here.
Let's see. Report.
I want an email. Okay.
Ecco.
Okay, an email.
Done. We have done this.
Have already done it.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Back.
Story.
Okay. What about this one? Did we do it? Okay, read the
Yes.
email.
Yes,
Oh
we
my
did. We did
God.
it. We did it.
I've already done a few. End of the year party.
Yes.
Okay.
No, and yeah.
Yes,
No,
you
I
haven't
No,
done
okay.
it yet. Okay.
don't
Now
remember.
read the email from your English teacher, Mrs. Lake, and the notes you have made. Write your email to Mrs. Lake using all the notes. Write about 100 words. Okay, so the email goes from Mrs. Lake to Mrs. Lake. Subject: end of the year party. Dear class, it's not very, I want to make it, okay. Dear class, I'd like our class to have a party to celebrate the end of the school year. We could either have a party in the classroom or we could go to the park. Which would you prefer to do? What sort of activities or games should we do during the party? What food? Mi fa andare giù. Ok. And, vabbè. What food do you think we should have at the party? Reply soon. Anna Lake. Okay, so as usual, there are some points you have to write about. For example, you have to be enthusiastic about the fact about the party. You have to explain what and why do you prefer this or that. You have to suggest what activities or games, and finally, you have to tell Mrs. Lake what food, and the conclusion and signature. Okay, there are always 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do not miss any of them. Make sure you have made, spoken about all the different points. Okay, missing one is very bad. It really affects your final mark. So be careful you do all you are asked to do. It's to say, reply to all the 4 parts. Okay, right. And while you do this email, now how can we, can you maybe take a picture of it?
Yeah.
So that, wait a second. I want to, no.
Yeah.
I wanted to make it bigger, but it doesn't come out complete somehow. Why doesn't it come out complete? Okay, sorry. What I could do is to make it bigger from here. But maybe this is too big.
Smaller, but
Now,
goes that way.
that's 125.
If you, no.
I don't know why.
But you can copy the link and put it in the chat room.
Okay, that's a good idea. Right.
Yeah.
That's a very good idea. Thank you very much.
And so we open it.
Okay, here it is. Let's see if it works.
Let's see.
Does it work?
Moment.
Yes, it works. Perfect. Okay, so yes. And with the two
I'm going to do this, Daniela.
Okay, so who wants to do the speaking part?
I can try.
Mariangela and Gwendolina. Okay, you all happy about it?
Very.
Well, yeah.
All right. So, wait a second. I need to find. Oh my God, my God.
Allora,
So, in the meantime, you enter the room and good morning. My name is Maria Pia. What are your names?
Good morning. Nice to meet you. My name is Gwendolina.
Good morning. Nice to meet you. I'm Mariangela.
Okay. Can I have your mark sheets, please?
Here we are.
Here you are.
Thank you.
You are.
Thank you. Now, a few information about you first. Where do you live, Gwendolina?
I live in Mantova, a little city in Lombardia, Italy. And I live with my daughter and my 2 cats. And I am a teacher.
Okay, fantastic. What about you, Mariangela? Where are you from?
I live in a village near Verona, San Martino Buonalbergo. I live with my husband and my 2 cats. Okay. And I'm a teacher too. I'm primary teacher.
But the question was, where are you from?
Oh yes, I'm from to Verona.
I'm from Verona, not from San Martino.
Okay. I'm from to San Martino.
Senza tu. I'm from San Martino, where I live
with my husband.
With my husband and my family. It's a small village near Verona, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So it's not necessarily, I can't talk anymore, the same question for both of you. The examiner might ask one question to Gwendolina and a different one to you. So be careful. Do not repeat, do not reply to her question. Reply to your question, okay?
Okay.
Right. Then, ho perso il foglio. Come possibile? No, era qua. Ok. Sorry. Yes.
In the meantime, can I write the mail?
Yes, you have to. You have to. You're supposed to write your mails while I do the speaking part with Mariangela and Gwendolina. Then we'll correct the mails and I will do the speaking part with maybe Sabrina and you or Elisabetta, and the other ones do the email, a different email, and so as to spare some time, you know? Okay, so ma porco cane. Okay, so you are both teachers. Good. What do you teach?
I teach Italian and arts in a primary school.
And what about you, Gwendolina?
I am a special needs teacher in infant school.
Okay. How do you go to work?
My school is very near from my house, so I go to school by foot or walking.
Allora, my school is very near my house. Ok, è molto vicina a casa mia, non da casa mia. Very near my house. So I walk to school or I go on foot. Ok, on foot. So walk to, oh scusate, cioè, vabbè, I walk sono separati. I walk to school or I go on foot. What about you, Gwendolina?
How do you go to school by car because the school is 40 kilometers
40.
from, yes, every day.
My God.
Yeah.
How long does it take?
40 minutes.
About 40 minutes. Okay, poor Gwendolina. Okay. Now, Mariangela, did you do what did you do last night?
Last night, I go on what? I went to bed early because I was very tired, because in the afternoon I had a school meeting.
Ahead va bene, sai. To go, went, gone. Quindi I went to bed early because I was very tired. Because in the afternoon I had a school meeting, or I've had, tutte e due vanno bene in questo caso, perché I've had perché c'è il motivo per cui, però anche I had a school meeting. Right. And what about you, Gwendolina? Did you do something special last night?
I went out for dinner with some friends in a restaurant near my house.
Okay, to a restaurant. You went to a restaurant near your house. Okay. Okay. Right. Now, I would like you to talk for a couple of minutes on your own for a couple of minutes. Now, okay. Gwendolina, please talk about this picture.
In this picture, I can see 4 people, 2 boys and 2 girls. I think they are a couple, and a dog. They are on mountain, and I think is autumn, because they are wearing jacket and
raincoats.
Raincoats, yeah.
Però se non, if you don't know the words, you can always say heavy clothes.
Heavy, no, infatti stavo pensando a vestiti pesanti.
Light clothes. They're wearing heavy clothes, they're wearing light clothes if it's summer. Okay, right. Then
in the background, I can see mountain and beautiful mountain, and is a sunny day because I can see the mountain are with the sun.
Yes, we normally talk about the mountains, plural.
Okay, the mountains
are, yes, sunny.
Maybe they are walking in the wood. and I think that there is another person who take the picture because they are waiting for the picture, I think.
Yes, another person who's taking the picture. When you describe what they are doing in the picture, you use the present continuous. So there must be another person who's taking the picture.
Who's taking the picture? Okay.
Okay.
This picture, I think, is recently because
recent. Okay, I didn't catch the word.
Because the boys are wearing the mask, and they seem to be happy together, and they seem to have fun in their walk. The boy on the right is wearing a red jacket, and she is wearing a gray coat.
A long raincoat.
And the boy on the left is wearing a blue jacket, and she's wearing a light blue. I don't know if it's
rain jacket.
Rain jacket.
And his partner instead of she. Okay, good. Now, Mariangela, tell me something about this picture.
Okay. In these pictures, we can see two women very happy because they are smiling and laughing.
Laughing.
Okay. They could be friends because they are near, vicino, and maybe it's a party. It's a Christmas party, maybe because the flower in the forward is the
foreground.
Are the Christmas stars. Look like Christmas stars. I don't know the right words for this flower.
The Christmas star, yes. Okay. They are Christmas stars, which are typical of Christmas time.
Okay. They are in the restaurant, I think, because the background in the background there are many pictures, and on the table there are glasses and bottle of water. Cos'altro?
It's okay. Okay, bottle is okay. This is a jug. Come si chiama in italiano? Una caraffa. Il jug of water. Sì, va benissimo. Se non sai, inventa, va bene. Non c'è problema. Some bread and so on. Okay, knife and so on. Okay. Very, very good. Now, I'd like you to talk together for a couple minutes. I'm going to describe a situation to you. A couple of parents would like their 7-year-old daughter to do some sport. Which sport do you think would be best suited for a 7-year-old child? Talk together.
Okay.
I think for a girl is good skating or swimming.
Okay, allora Gwendalina, it's okay, but when you start talking, you have to talk together. So start straight away with a question or a suggestion towards Mariangela. So what do you think, Mariangela? I think for a girl, swimming or what was it, skating could be good options, okay? And then first the subject and then the verb. So I don't think is swimming and skating. I think swimming and skating are good options. Prima il soggetto e poi il verbo. Okay.
What do you think, Mariangela?
I agree because the young girl in my classroom practice skating and swimming, but there are other sports for the young girl, like baseball, because there is a special kind of baseball for the women. It's softball. What do you think?
I don't think baseball
Gwendalina?
and softball are the same. I don't think baseball and softball are the same, to be honest. But it's okay. It doesn't matter.
They are very, very similar.
Similar, really?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, because the difference is the ball. In the softball is more bigger, and the field is little than baseball fields.
Okay, didn't know that. Okay.
But the rule is the rules is the same.
Are the same. The rules are the same. Yes.
In
So,
my opinion, every sport will be fine for a girl or...
sì, allora avevo scritto una parola suitable. Any sport can be suitable for, oppure anche tu avevi detto suitable for, adatto a. Adatto a.
Suitable for a girl, but it depends what she likes.
Yes, it depends.
What do you think, Mariangela?
Oh, I think that is very important. A team sport for the young age, because in a team the girls are more
happier.
Maybe the swimming is more complete for this age.
Yes, but the swimming.
Wait, non si dice the swimming. Swimming.
But
okay.
Swimming for me is often
boring.
Boring. Yes, boring.
Because it's an individual sport.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so now you have 30 seconds to agree on a sport.
I think that the best choice could be skating, because it's a beautiful sport, and the girls are enjoyed.
Yes, enjoy it.
That's great.
I agree with you, and maybe also
No, dovete mettervi d'accordo. Quindi a questo punto l'idea è so what do you think, Gwendalina? Shall we go for skating? Andiamo per lo skating? Ti va bene? Yes, I agree with you. Skating is the best choice. Se state ancora a discutere non vi mettete mai d'accordo.
No.
Okay,
Skating,
fantastic. Now, yes. Now, Gwendalina, do you play any sport?
Yes, I play rowing, indoor and outdoor.
Yes, roller skate.
No, rowing.
Rowing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting sport. Where do you go rowing?
I go in Bardolino.
Go to Bardolino. Yes,
to Bardolino.
Of course, yes.
The Canottieri Bardolino. And also I love mountain bike and do exercise at home.
Yes. Okay. You don't play rowing though. You go rowing.
Go rowing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Allora, play is used for team sports. So you play football, you play baseball, you play basketball, you play table tennis, you play tennis. For individual sports, you do individual sports. So you do yoga, you do karate, okay? And for the sports you do outside, you go. So you go swimming, you go skiing, you go jogging, you go skating, okay? Rowing is outside, so you go rowing. Right. Can be canoeing if you prefer. You can go canoeing. Yes. What about you, Daniela? Mariangela. Do you think sport is important for health?
Yes, I agree, but I don't playing any sports. I done swimming when I was a child, but now I love go walking in the mountain, or in the mountains, or in the woodland.
Sì, wood vuol dire legna. Woodland oppure
Woodland.
forest.
Okay.
Woodland oppure forest. Yes, I used to go swimming when I was young, but not anymore. Now I love walking in the forest or in the woodland. Okay, thank you very much indeed. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you, goodbye.
Ok. Beh, direi che è andata abbastanza bene, però. It depends on what she likes. Okay, go canoeing. Yes, I do. Do you think? Yes, I do. Not, I agree. Okay. Now, have you finished your emails?
Yes.
Daniela, Elisabetta,
Yes,
Sabrina?
almost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Elisabetta, have you finished? Sabrina, have you finished?
Okay.
Sabrina?
Now I save it. Allora,
Okay. Now, Sabrina, Daniela, if you want to share your screen,
yeah,
share your
just
screen.
a moment.
Your email.
Yeah. Party. Moment. Into the word. Okay. It's I've seen it's long, but I want your opinion. What to cut?
Okay.
Okay. Now, blah blah
You
blah.
should share your screen.
Yeah. Okay. I come back. Aiuto.
Help.
A moment. Okay. Okay.
Take your
Here
time.
I am.
Don't worry.
So.
Take your time. Don't worry.
Allora.
Take your time.
Yes, I am. Here I am. So to share
The
to
screen.
show.
At the bottom, in between the icons, there's a green one.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
the share.
Okay. Yeah. Ok, party doc, condividi.
Yes. Okay, to Mrs. Lake, subject end of the year party. Dear Mrs. Lake, comma.
Comma. Oh, just, oh, yes.
And small letter. Small letter with thank you.
Ah, yeah.
It's again, it with a small letter.
Thank you. So sorry. I don't know why I made this mistake. It.
Okay. Thank you. It's a wonderful idea. I really appreciate it. And I think it's the occasion to talk to each other.
I was
talk to and to know people whom we spent a long period. Okay. This is too long and too difficult for English people.
Okay.
Dear Mrs. Lake, thank you. It's a wonderful idea. I really appreciate it. Stop. Full stop.
Full stop. Yeah.
Moreover,
no. Over.
Comma. Comma, virgola.
Comma, yeah.
It's a good occasion to talk to each other. È chiaro che I think, non serve I think. It's or the occasion, it's a good occasion to talk to each other and to know people. Perché conoscere persone con le quali passiamo un lungo periodo, uno dice ma come non le conosci? To know better, allora. To know better the people we spend a long time with.
The people, you said. The people whom...
No, senza woman. We spend a long time with.
We spend a long time, okay. When you say think, I say, yo, a long
and
time with.
Yes, we spend because you still spend the time with them, so it's present, not past. So spend with a D.
Yes, of course. I would prefer going to the park.
No, okay, but can you correct spend? Spend
sorry.
with a T, not with a T.
Sorry. Yes. spend.
Okay, right. I would prefer going to the park. I would prefer going to the park, but we can follow the forecast. Okay, we can listen to the forecast and then decide. We can listen to the forecast and then decide.
What is the forecast?
The weather forecast, the weather prediction.
The weather.
The weather for no, vabbè, forecast
okay.
si capisce. Noi, Mariangela ha chiesto cos'è. We can listen to the forecast and then decide.
And then, yes.
No, what's forecast?
Previsioni.
The weather forecast.
Weather forecast.
Le
previsioni del tempo.
Ah, ok.
Previsioni. However, I'd love to prepare the open air stuff, but no problem. Come? Cosa volevo dire?
Volevo dire che siccome suggerivo di stare all'aperto, che mi piaceva l'idea di preparare le cose all'aperto, cioè il tavolo, cioè fare,
vabbè, allora,
capito?
If possible.
Nel senso,
ma no, ma l'hai già detto, I would prefer going to the park.
Niente, tanto sono più parole, quindi possiamo...
Sì, infatti.
Okay.
We can play funny games with cards, make silly pictures of ourselves, simple games with a ball to show our sociability. Vabbè. And also mix quiet game. Cosa vuol dire?
Quiet, no,
tranquilli, quiet.
Sì.
Quiet, allora con la E prima della T.
Quiet, ok.
Quiet games. And also
moving game, like
games, plurale.
Games, yes.
And lively, più che moving. Lively games.
Ok.
Vivaci.
Sì.
Lively games like dancing. Okay, what do you think? About the food, someone can make a list of sweet and sour food, beverage, fruit, and whatever we prefer to have.
Okay.
E dopo che ha fatto la lista?
Each one can.
And we can
share, and we can
underline or
underline,
sottolineare, or tick, segnare.
Sì.
Tick what we
con la
T-I-C-K.
I-C-K, ok.
And tick.
Ok.
What we.
And sorry. And
we can tick what we are going to bring or to buy.
What
we are going to buy or to bring.
Yes, what we are going
to buy.
Or
to bring. To bring. Please let us know your intention about the date, and we will be very nice. Scusa,
it will.
No, aspetta, com'era la domanda sulla date? Cosa ti aveva chiesto?
È l'ultimo dell'anno.
Non sono riuscita a vederla, in effetti, perché non scorreva. L'ultima parte, anche che tu ci hai mandato, non si vedeva.
Ma è l'ultimo dell'anno.
End of the year party.
End of the year, è vero.
No, the end school year.
Fine dell'anno scolastico.
End of school year, no?
Ok.
Ma
c'era da scrivere qualcosa sulla data?
No, there isn't
no.
Okay, so don't write unnecessary things.
Okay.
Don't write unnecessary things. Just do what you're asked to do. So
Please,
best regards, Daniela.
Okay, so I can
Delete it. And how many words are there? Should be almost 100.
Now, yes, 139. Too many.
Too many.
Too
Ma
many.
togli, please let us know. Se non c'è da dire, non dirlo. Devi dire solo quello che ti chiedono, sai, perché sennò per forza che vai fuori.
Ok. Allora, però c'era, there was something, but I repeat, I couldn't see
There
from the
was
picture.
something.
There was something.
Okay, point one, wonderful idea. Point two, going to the park. Point three, play funny games. Point four, food. No, I think it's okay.
Okay.
It should be 4 points. So
130.
Still a lot.
Still a lot.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Parole.
We can play funny games, plural, with cards, make silly pictures of ourselves, ball games, lascia perdere,
Ball games, yes.
Ball games, lascia perdere with the ball to show our sensibility.
Yeah.
And also mix quiet games and lively games like dancing. What do you think?
Siamo a 124.
Still too many.
Still too many. Well, 100, it's a very short period.
It is. That's why I told you. Just reply to their requests.
List. Someone can make a list and
yes.
And whatever.
No, but of food, beverages, food and beverages.
Yes. Of food
and beverages, lascia perdere il resto.
Yeah. And beverages. Okay.
And we can tick what we're going to put.
Okay, let's see. 115 can be
more reasonable, but still quite a lot.
Well,
but it's okay. Yes, 115. It's okay. Yes. Okay. Right.
Okay.
Okay. So, Gwendalina.
Excuse me.
Don't worry. I don't know, Gwendalina was on the speaking part. Elisabetta, did you write your email?
Yes, no, I written on the chat. Because I can't write on the email. I don't know. I don't know. Non so come fare, non so come scrivere la mail.
Perché non so come scrivere? Vi avevo dato tutte le indicazioni.
Ma io sono tecnologicamente imbranata.
Ah, non sai come scrivere al computer?
Sì, al computer, scusa. Sì.
Ok. Well, you could also put it on the chat if you wanted to. On the chat or wherever you want to, actually. Okay, anyway. Sabrina, have you written your email? Sabrina is not with us. Okay. Right. Now, let's take another. Do you prefer story?
Maria Pia, sorry.
Okay. Did you write your email?
I almost finished my work, the email, but I have to do correction.
You have to check it.
I show you.
Still have to check it. Devi ancora correggerla. Okay, when you're finished, you can send it to me by email, and I'll be very happy
by
to
mail.
If you want to, and I can correct it for you. if you want to, you can send it to.
But I can share and I check.
Yes, if you want to
review.
now. Yes, yes.
Okay.
Share the screen now if you want to. I thought you weren't ready to share the screen. Pensavo che non fossi ancora pronta. I really thank you very much, because I know it's a bad period for teachers. Very busy period. Everybody's very tired. So thank you very much for being with me today.
Condivido questo. No, non sto. I'm not sharing, no?
No. No, there's a green icon at the bottom of the screen. You should click on that.
But I have the iPad. And
or another possibility, copy it and post it on the chat.
Okay. I try to do the dove è andato questo?
You can also copy it and paste it on the chat. Put it on the chat. Anyway, is the speaking part okay? Now, these are mainly the questions, as I told you. Where are you from? Where do you live? What's your job? How do you get there? Do you travel a lot by car? How do you usually travel? What did you do last night? And do you think English will be important for your life? That's another question which might come out. Then the description of a picture, and then a discussion about you know, among you about a problem, and finally a last question. So it's very doable. Doable, fattibile. To do, fare, doable, fattibile. Abbastanza fattibile una volta che avete capito cosa dovete fare. It's not a surprise. Oh, you send it by WhatsApp. Okay, so in this case, can you see it on the WhatsApp chat? Are you all on the WhatsApp chat?
I'm not.
Okay, in this case, I'm going to show it to you. Wait a second. I'm going to share the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a second. Let's share the screen.
Maria Pia.
Yes.
I send on the chat.
Yes, I see.
Okay,
I
but
could...
now I can't check the mistakes. No?
Don't worry.
No, ma spedite nella chat di Zoom.
No. Oh, you put it on the Zoom chat?
On the Zoom chat, yes.
Ah, okay. Well, anyway, I've seen it on WhatsApp chat, so I thought you... But anyway, it's the same, doesn't matter. Oh, no, okay. Too many things open.
The words are 101.
Okay, okay.
Without the name.
Okay.
But the name are towards 103.
But there's also the first part, to Mrs. Lake, from blah, 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 subject, blah, blah, blah. Dear Mrs. Lake, it's a great idea. We could have the party at the park. Being outdoors would make us feel a little more free and away from the four walls of the classroom. What do you think about a kind of picnic using the tables and benches of the park and eventually hanging the decorations, using and eventually
Yes.
the decorations
Hanging the
on the branches
decorations
of
on
the
the
tree?
branches of the trees, and I miss
Question mark.
the question mark. Yes.
Yes. We could organize games like treasure hunting.
Okay, treasure hunting or a sort of this game.
Yes, or games like this.
Okay.
Or something like this. Or something like this. About the food, we could make sandwiches, pies, chips, and bring soft drinks. That's what I suggest. That's what I suggest è inutile, totalmente inutile.
Okay.
I'll hear the other classmates. Vabbè, se vuoi.
But it's better you reach the 100 words or is better less?
Is it better? No, you must reach 100 words.
Okay.
I mean, about 100. 97 is okay. 80 isn't okay. About 100. And but if you reply to all the parts, 100, I mean, you will reach 100 for sure.
I can erase, that's what I suggest, and I reach 97.
But
97
you still
words.
need to Mrs. What is it from blah 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 in subject. Anyway, very, very good. Very good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'll hear the other classmates, maybe two io avrei messo. Sentirò anche gli altri.
Maybe. Yes.
Va bene. Very good. Now, we still have 20 minutes, so time for another email or story, if you prefer. Shall we go with a story this time? Proviamo con una storia a questo punto. Write and improve. Let's go for a story. For the story, you absolutely need to know the past tense. Where are we? What's this? A story, vocabulary changes, phrases. Okay, we can try this. Just for fun. Vocabulary change. Write the vocabulary challenge, vocabulary challenge phrases. Write a story. Your story must include these 5 phrases. But, you know, this is for fun. But they will not ask you to do that. They will ask you to write a story giving you, ma perché? Okay. Giving you the first sentence. Okay. A story, going to a concert. You must begin with this sentence. John and Harry set off on the bus to go to the concert. Write your story. I'll put it in the chat. John and Harry set off on the bus to, oh my God. Okay, here it is in the chat. John and Harry set off on the bus to go to the concert. Write your story, 100 words. Okay, in the meantime, who wants to do the speaking part?
Excuse me, Maria Pia. Can I send you the story and the email by my email? And now can I listen?
Yes, yes. Have you signed your presents?
Yes.
Good. Bye.
No, I stay here, but I'd like to...
To listen. Okay, okay, all right. No problems. Yes. I thought you had to go. Okay. So
Sorry,
who
Maria,
wants...
can you send the link to send the presents?
Yes, I did it before, but I will repeat it.
Okay, thank you.
I think it's this one. Here it is. Just a second. Here it is. Right. Don't forget to sign your presents. Okay, so who wants to do the speaking part? Daniela, Isabella, Sabrina? No one?
I.
Elisabetta? Elizabeth, what did I say, Isabella? Elisabetta and?
Okay, me.
Okay, Daniela and Elisabetta. Okay, so good evening. My name is Maria Pia. This is Miss So-and-so.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
With shaking hands if the pandemic is over, or with a big smile. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Okay. Good. Can I have your mark sheets, please?
Here it is.
Thank you.
There you are.
Okay, so what are your names?
Good evening. My name is Elizabeth. Nice to meet you.
Sì, però questo l'avevi già detto. So my name is Elizabeth.
Okay. My name is Elizabeth. Elizabeth, but all friends of mine call me Betty.
Betty. Okay. What about you?
My name is Daniela, and I have a nickname as Betty. That is Lally.
Lally. I have a nickname too. Like Betty.
Like Betty.
And my nickname is Lally.
Okay.
Okay, so Lally and Betty. Right. Now, Daniela, anzi no, Elizabeth, tell me something about you. Where are you from? What do you do? Who do you live with? And so on.
Okay. I live in Verona on my own. I was born in Verona, so I love my town very, very much. But sometimes I'd like to go abroad to learn English language, because learning English language is becoming an obsession for me, because I've been studying for a lot of years, but my level is always the same, and so I'm quite worried and a little sad. Sad isn't the right word. The right word, I like to say, in Italian we say avvilita, mortificata.
Yeah. Disappointed, a little disappointed.
Yes.
But that's not true. You speak English very well. Okay, what about you, Daniela? Tell us about yourself.
I live in Genova. I am 59 years old. I work as a teacher in medium school, I teach gym, and I'm very sportive, and I love the sea, and I'm lucky that I live by the sea, and I also love my job. So I think I'm a very lucky person.
Good. You teach in a middle school, not medium.
Ogni volta.
Middle school. Okay, right. Okay, do you think English will be useful for your future?
I think that it's very useful. When I worked in the newspaper L'Arena, I was for a lot of years to the festival of the Mostra del Cinema di Venezia, of Venice,
Okay.
Movie Festival. And so I could sew, and I could sew, and I could see a lot of actors, and my dream was I wanted to understand the original language of the actors, but I couldn't. So I had to listen to the translators.
Okay. Yes, it's an exhibition, movie exhibition, and you could meet a number of actors, and your dream was to be able to speak to them or to listen to them in their original language. Okay, to be able to do something. Okay, right. What about you, Daniela? Do you think English will be useful for your future?
Yes, it will be because I'm going in a few years. I'm going to be retired, and so my free time will be. I will spend my free time traveling, and English. I think is one of the best.
An international language.
Yes, an international language. So I need to improve my English. Okay. And that's
yes. So you're planning to go abroad. In a few years, I'll be retired, and I'm planning to go abroad to travel.
Okay.
What did you do last night or yesterday, Elizabeth?
In this moment, I can't remember. I can't. Allora, last night during the day, in the day, I stayed at home to do some gym exercises, and yes yes, and to study half an hour or 40 minutes English. Then in the afternoon I did the same things, more or less. And I remember that at 6 o'clock yesterday, at 6 o'clock, I went to a group of theater, because we are planning a kind of lecture, report.
Lecture. Oh, okay.
Una lettura.
Reading.
About some particular things. Then I came back to home, and I watched a fiction on Italian TV.
Ok, I came, ho sbagliato, I andava maiuscola e came minuscola. Comunque, I came back home. Davanti a home non ci va niente. So it's a reading club. What is it exactly?
the director of the theater decides to give us some sentences, brani, insomma, some sentences of a famous author about a particular things, and each of us must read a part of this
Yes.
book.
Okay, so you went to a theater class, basically.
Yes, yes.
Okay, right. Okay, so what about you, Daniela? What did you do yesterday?
Oh, yesterday I had a very busy day because I went to see the Escher exhibition. That is Escher. You know, it's a famous painter. Yeah. That was at the Palazzo Ducale of Genoa, and it took me like 2.5 hours because it's very curious, and I mean he was like a mathematic painter. Many subjects repeated again and again and again. So yes,
in a pattern.
Yes, pattern, and it's well known. It's very
Can you
well
write
known.
the name on the chat, please?
Yes.
So the subjects are repeated in a pattern again and again.
Pattern, and oh, sorry, I went out. Sorry.
Okay. Right.
Now and then I went to my to attend my yoga course at 8 o'clock, and I came home at 10 o'clock, very hungry and tired, but happy.
But happy. Good. Fantastic. Okay, now I would like you to talk about a couple of pictures for a while. Now, who's number one? Daniela. Okay, Daniela, can you tell us something about this picture?
Yeah, we did the last time anyway.
Oh, we did it last time.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
I remember this, but anyway, we can.
No, let's try. Let's look for another one then.
We can try.
Okay, so free copyright images. Okay. Pixels.
Million. One.
Plus 1
Plus
million.
1 million.
Okay, so people traveling. Let's see what comes out. Okay. For example, can you tell us something about this picture?
Yes. This young girl is watching a map, is watching the map because I think because she's looking for some place, and maybe she seems to me that she is looking for house to meet family or friends, not really I mean museum or to visit a city, because she is in the car inside. Well, she gave me these ideas. I don't know if this idea, I don't know if it's true. She looks very happy anyway, and Convey, okay. And
instead of give, she conveys me, mi trasmette. Convey vuol dire trasmettere.
Okay, she conveys me the idea of happiness and well, this is my opinion.
Okay, you should go on a little bit more. For example, why do you think she's sitting in the car in that way?
I think she's sitting in that way because the map is quite big, and so she needs a big space to open all the paper and I mean on the map, and maybe she's confused about the place where she wants to go. Yes, unfold, and so she wants to take time to just look all around and find the place she's searching, and the back of a car is a place comfortable to stay, sit,
yes.
sit
and be outside at the same time, especially if it's raining.
Yeah, yes.
And so she gets repaired from the rain.
Yes, yes.
Okay, where do you think she is?
I think she is in front of a house, but I don't. I mean, I don't really know.
Doesn't matter if you don't know. What matters is you have to talk. So she's probably in front of her house.
Probably in front of a house.
A British house. It looks British, not Italian anyway. And talk, you know. What season, what time of the day, why do you think she's, you know, looking at the map and so on.
So it can be afternoon time. I mean, it can be afternoon also or morning time, and it's not cold because she's dressed not heavily, and she has a hat on. A cap, no, a hat on her head, and she looks nice with this hat. And
okay, Elizabeth, can you tell us something about this picture?
In this picture, I see a girl with blonde hair and a rat, a white backpack, rhino backpack.
Yes,
yes, on her shoulders. I see her only on back, because I think that she is watching a very nice scenery. In my opinion, in front of her could be a lake, and we can see some trees. And the girl has a plastic glass on her right hand, and her hands her nails has a smalto, a red,
are painted
with a red color. The season could be spring, because the girl was wearing a little sweater, black and white, and she has glasses on her front. I can imagine that the situation is very calm, and this is the reason, because the girl is in this place, because it probably she needs calm, because she's trying to follow, to forget some little problems, and
okay. Okay, perfect. Right, now I want you to talk together for a couple of minutes about I don't know, maybe this one. Oh, we have already done it. Sì, infatti. We have done a lot of things already. What about this one? Did we do this one?
We already did it, some of this.
I think we have already done all of them then.
Okay.
Did we do, have we already done this one?
If I remember, the first, perhaps.
This one, did we do it?
Some of them, if I remember.
Which one you?
Which is the best holiday for a family?
Okay, yes.
Okay, so in this case, it's a problem because we have finished all our possibilities. And so, in this case, I'll write one for you. Okay, how can I, let's try this one, for example. Okay, so this is the situation. A person wants to learn a language. Which language? Okay, an Italian person wants to learn a language. Which language do you suggest them to learn? No,
Arabo.
Sì, volevo mettere arabo, poi ho pensato ma no.
Japanese.
Non viene in mente altro, German.
Chinese.
Okay. All right. So a person wants to learn a language. Which language do you think it's the best to learn? Together.
Can I talk first?
Non dovete chiedere can,
Okay.
dovete direttamente rivolgervi all'altra perché dovete parlare insieme e dire subito, per esempio, ok, what you think, blah blah blah.
Okay.
I think English or okay.
I know the answer, the Elisabetta answer, because I know that she loves English, so much that I can imagine that she will suggest English language.
You are right.
What do you think, Beta? I'm right?
You
Am
are.
I right?
Am I right?
You are totally right, Daniela, because I think that English is a universal language, and every people should learn English, because English is a language that necessary live in every state of the world, all over the world.
Yes. Okay. A language necessary all over the world, oppure a language that is necessary all over the world. Okay.
And then I think that also is the language of the computer, of the science, in some, I mean, in many cases, and then maybe it's not so difficult. What do you think, Beta? Do you agree with me?
I agree with you only in part, because I think that English is a quite difficult language. If I suggested to someone to learn another language, I'd say Spanish, because I think that for Italian people, Spanish is more easy than English, because it is quite similar to Italian. What about you?
Yes, well, I agree with you, but I was looking. I mean, I was reading Russian, Japanese, Arabic, German, and I mean, those languages are very, very difficult, and I think that most people has some basis of English, but surely not of other languages. But I agree with you that Spanish as a sound is very. It's not so difficult for us.
Okay.
But
So can you agree on one of the languages now?
yes, I think both of us we would
Go
suggest
for English.
English language. What do you
Yes.
think, Betta?
You are right, but I suggested also another language that I like very much, and this language is French. That, in my opinion, is very musicale. It's
yes.
very sweet and very sensual, more than English.
Okay, but this was the final part. You had to agree on something, but it's okay.
Ok.
Questa è la parte finale, dovreste mettervi d'accordo, quindi.
Ah, ok.
Va bene, ok. I think it's very good. So, foreign language, do you agree with me? Mi raccomando la domanda, Daniela.
Yeah.
Not you agree with me.
Ah,
do
okay.
you agree with me?
Yeah, I know.
I would go for io andrei per, nel senso voterei per, sarei per. I would go for English.
I would go. I would go.
For, yes.
Would
Poi another thing, you know what? I think French is also a good option because it's a very sensual language, very sweet. Okay, you know what? Okay. I think Lola is another option.
Mm.
Okay?
Thank
Mm.
Va bene, but very good, very, very good, very, very good. Congratulations.
you.
God, it's already 7:15.
Okay.
Okay, can you send me by email your stories so I can check them for you?
Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed for today, and sorry again.
Don't
Sorry.
worry.
And
Please don't worry.
next
Please don't
Bye.
feel sad.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye. Thank you very much.
Riccardo.
Bye.
Bye, Appia. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, everybody.